All right, welcome to 40 Fit Food 2.0. So I guess this would be episode 1.2. And 5 years ago, my wife, Sifu Mimi Chan, and I started 40 Fit Food. We did 100 episodes, and the purpose being that as we entered our 40s, we realized that the way that we approached our training for Kung Fu and Tai Chi had to change, and for fitness as well. And so, what this 2.0 is going to just go back episode by episode and give you my thoughts now that we're entering the second half of this decade. That first episode was titled Why, and just a little bit more, maybe clarification on how I'm thinking of the reasons for approaching fitness, health, training for your martial arts, training for Tai Chi as you get older. And this has been influenced a ton or clarified a ton by Dr. Peter Attia, who has a great podcast called The Drive. He wrote a very popular book called Longevity. He started off with this concept called the Century Olympics, which it's not literally a sporting event, but it's a framework for approaching health and fitness with a long-term goal of maintaining your physical function as you get older. And that idea was, hey, how can we identify some basic activities that you want to be able to do when you're 100? We were using and still think of Grandmaster Chan as kind of our model when we see how well he moves at 85 years old. So if we were to say, hey, at 85 years old, here are the things that I want to be able to do, then you should work backwards to design an exercise program or a fitness program, martial arts program that's going to preserve your ability to do that. So one way to think about that in Dr. Attia's framework is he focuses on stability, strength, aerobic performance, and anaerobic output. Basically thinking of like balance and coordination, that's your stability, how strong you are to perform daily tasks, that's your strength. Your aerobic performance is basically your body's ability to use oxygen efficiently, which is for like endurance activities. And your anaerobic output, like short bursts of power, needing things like, hey, maybe I needed to run to catch a bus or something like that. So everyone's capabilities are different, but that framework is a great way for you personally to think about, hey, what is it that I want to do at this age, and then work backwards. So that's influenced a lot on how I've been thinking about 40 Fit Food, is more of thinking about, well, what do I want to do when I'm 80? What does 80 Fit Food look like? And that process of longevity also from Dr. Attia, just I'm taking this straight from him, is you think of your lifespan and your health span. So your lifespan being this concept of how long you live measured in years, but your health span, which is, in my opinion, even more important, is what is the quality of those years? How well do you live? Specifically, how long can you maintain good health and function? So again, thinking about what are the things that you want to do at that age, and then working yourself backwards. And this kind of concept, you can use a longevity curve. Most of us, not most of us, most people start declining, and then live to, let's say, this point here. Does that make sense? They decline and they move to this point here. Even if I maintain all of my health, I probably won't get too much further as far as age. But what I want to do is slowly decline, and then right when I'm there, boom, drop off. And that's a concept that I really started focusing on as soon as I turned 40, and I still believe in, which is I want to live long but die fast. So that's basically the recap for the why for 40 Fit Food 2.0, some of the thoughts that have influenced me over the past 5 years. And that is it for episode 1. Let me know if there's any questions that you might have, if you are in this same age range or not. Have a good one.